What's going on, everyone? We're back with the Tony Hawk Custom Elite Console. So last video I said I was just going to swap out the motherboards on these disk drives and be done with it and then start the modding. However, I didn't want to, these are a huge pain, these BenQ drives. There's, wires soldered over here, there's wires on this side, the ribbon cables. And to be honest, both of these are about the same age, so this one's probably going to have similar issues. And when I put that one in, um, you have to swap the motherboards in here to get it to read the disk, but you can still just plug them in and see if they open and stuff. And this one was opening, but it would still a couple times kind of get stuck. So I went to try to do the old just clean with some ISO, these rubber bands. That goes right over here. This is the motor that spins to open it. See that? And most of the time, when everything else seems to be working, especially inside this one, is actually really clean. And the one from the Halo one is very dirty, but I still cleaned it up. Tried swapping the rubber bands, didn't really work. Basically, the issue is this part has to lower before this drive can go out, and what happens is the motor isn't strong enough to overcome the magnet that's on top that's holding this in the upright position, so it has to lower that and then pull out. So we're going to try an old school method real quick before we get into the modding. So we're boiling some water, and I remember trying this in the past. Basically put the rubber band in the boiling water, and then I'll have a cup of water right now in the freezer, and you're going to leave it in here for a little bit, then dunk it right in the cold water. And what that's going to do is hopefully re-shrink this rubber band. Over time, these just get worn out, and if it's not tight enough, it's not going to be strong enough to actually open the drive. Usually the motors don't really go bad, it's just, if this doesn't work, then I guess the motor's going out, I guess, and we can just swap those, but I'm going to try this real quick. Alright, so I just put it on this little metal, whatever that is there, swirled around in the boiling water for about a minute or two, and immediately dunked it in this, it's not really ice cold water, but cold water. And right away, it already doesn't feel like it's, kind of dry rotted anymore. It actually feels stretchy like a rubber band. Before, it felt like it was a little stretchy, but it felt like if you pulled it too much, it would just snap. So, yeah, we'll see if this works. Alright, got it in just to test it out. Now, I took the bezel off this one so I could not get these two mixed up. That's the Halo one. It still has the thing on it. This one is for the Elite. Let's turn it on here. Okay. Can you hear it trying to read? No problem. Sweet. So, cool. That's all we had to do for that. No soldering or anything like that. Since I have the water boiling, I'll go ahead and do this one as well. And eventually I'll circle back to that Halo motherboard and see why it wasn't showing picture. But anyway, now that we've done that, we can go ahead and move on to modifying this case. We're going to cut it. We'll do some painting and make this thing pretty cool. Okay, so we're all good now. Plugged it in, opens, closes a bunch of times. It's totally fine. Loads a game. Everything shows up on the screen. We're all good. I do need to take the motherboard back out. I forgot to put the thermal pads on the chips surrounding the GPU. Put that back in. I won't need to show that. So, I was kind of going back and forth on using this one. Not a huge fan of this. It doesn't, it looks cool, yes. I would do one where I only cut this area out on the actual side panel that I put somewhere down there. Otherwise, you can see all the circuitry in the back and just the gray disc tray, which you don't really want to paint. So I like the idea of just doing this. Plus, I ordered these stickers for the theme. Hopefully should fit right inside the square, covering up this. So we'll just paint this whole top piece either some kind of blue, or we'll kind of figure that out. Maybe the glow in the dark to match the tunnel, or like a blue base with the glow in the dark over that. But right now I'm worried about cutting this out. We're going to cut just a standard old school big rectangle window out so you can see everything inside. We'll have the temperature display if I can find it. It's in a bag somewhere. Um, and then obviously we've got one blue LED strip, and then I'll probably put a UV one. Because I still have two UV LEDs I'll be putting in the window of the hard drive, of course. And then we got a blue ring coming. Temperature display that I plan to use is the dial that's blue, and then obviously you've got the blue Talos Moon fans, and then the one UV LED strip mixed with the blue will it'll still look blue, but it'll help this glow and all that other stuff. So alright, I'm gonna find a test panel to do on this because I want to try the matte clear coat over that crazy black color shift I used on the Grand Theft Auto Xbox, and I want to see if that just mutes it enough to where it almost kind of looks like a grip tape instead of it just being a really obnoxious color shift, which I think would still look cool doing the whole system like that. Maybe even just do the vents on the top and bottom and the hard drive cover as well, all in the same kind of grip tape looking color. And then, like I said, we'll have the chrome front, and probably be using this controller. This one seems to be working really well. We'll use that to put the chrome shell on, so that'll all match. Oop, we don't need that, turn it on. So yeah, let's get to painting. Well, actually, let's get to cutting this out. And we'll actually just do that right now. So what I used to do was use some Scotch tape. I would just hold it really straight, put one here, here, here to use as a template to cut it out. Now we are going to lose this mounting point here, which is just common. Some people will cut out the rectangle but then leave this weird little loop out here so that you can still use that. As long as you have these other 5 around here, there, here, and there, it's going to hold together just fine. This one isn't necessary. So basically we'll cut out all the way here. We'll go up to this line, go across here, and then across the back. You don't want to go too far. You don't really want to see like this metal piece unless I'm painting the actual frame. But I don't think we're going to need to do that. We'll just make sure the window goes right up to the fan tunnel there. So let's go ahead and mask it off and get the Dremel. Alright, window's cut out, sanded pretty close to the edge. I'm not going to worry about making it too clean because I will be using an automotive trim to go around the outside, and the window will go to that. So, on to the next part. Alright guys, so this did exactly what I was hoping it would do. Kind of muted the how obnoxious this paint is. I mean, in the direct sunlight it's still going to be very reflective and colorful, but I really like how it made it into a matte finish. And I don't know, I just think it kind of looks like grip tape, at least in the dark. And then, like I said, in the light it's still going to be... It also came out very smooth, very happy with it. Obviously the camera's not going to pick up really well how sparkly, well, a little bit. So yeah, pretty cool. I realized I forgot to take the hard drive apart. I had set it aside, so I'm gonna have to take that apart, cut the window out, and then paint it the same as these pieces. But for now I'm gonna bring these inside and let them finish curing before I do anything else. And then we'll put the trim on here and the plexiglass and finish the inside. Alright, so finish up this video. You can see we painted the DVD drive. I did a white base coat with a with the glow-in-the-dark paint, just like this. And then on top of that, very slight mist of that bluish color shift. So in certain light you can probably see the sparkle a little bit. And then I just put a clear coat over that. Now as you can see, yes, I painted over this sticker. I have a set of stickers coming that will go over this. It is a advertises vintage like 80s Tony Hawk stickers. So that's going to go over here. And then possibly I'll put like the Tony Hawk part over there or something like that. I found the blue dial temperature display, and the probe is literally stuck into the heatsink here. I decided to throw in this 40mm UV red and blue fan. Let's see, we've got the blue Talus Moon fans in there. I then used this trim I talked about putting around the outside. That's just automotive trim. I have yet to put in the plexiglass. I will wait to do that. Like I said, I'm still waiting on those stickers, waiting on the blue ring of light. It's just the regular one now. And then the chrome faceplate, of course. Went ahead and cut out the window in the hard drive. And same thing, same paint. I think it looks really cool, kind of looks like the grip tape. And then I had originally moved the temperature display over here because I planned on putting this chrome tech deck down there. But after cutting out this window, it almost fits perfectly right here and will still allow a little gap here and there to have the UV LEDs shine through. I think I might do this. It might be pretty cool. I might remove the trucks, just have the actual board itself there. So yeah, we'll see if I'm actually going to put it there or put it inside there. If I do this, obviously I won't put in a window there. It'll just be this. And yeah, apart from that, we still have the chrome shell for this controller. We'll probably throw that on real quick to finish off the video. And yeah, other than that, we'll go ahead and plug it in real fast. Alright, got it plugged in. So there you go, you still see the blue fans shining through here. We've got the UV strip. Now, I think it would be cool to kind of have the frosted acrylic piece here. It would disperse this UV light a little bit more, but I don't know, then you wouldn't, you know, I'd have to either leave a spot for this, and then same with the Tony Hawk sticker. You probably wouldn't be able to see it very well, but I have plenty of acrylics, so we'll probably make two of them and see if the frosted one works, or just put a regular one. Now this is 12 volts, a little bit less because it had a resistor built in. So I could plug it in also to the 5 volts with this fan if I wanted. So it's a little bit quieter. It's obviously louder in the video, but yeah. And our disk drive still opens and closes. I didn't put the eject button on yet, but yeah. So that's the Tony Hawk Xbox. Next video will probably be just the final video. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one. And then we'll put probably just a series of photos showing putting this together real quick. So like, comment, subscribe.